It's a pretty sloppy stage right now. There's perhaps more to it, but I think that Chinese Link to the Past is probably better overall, personally. But that's my opinion. I've played them both. Music's unbearable. Yeah. I find that if I try to let go of jump a little bit before I hit the third Reznor, I die less. Yeah, I'd be interested in routing and running Chinese Final Fantasy VII, but I hear that without the ROM hack that improves the quality of it, that it's so difficult it's nearly unplayable. But that's just what I hear from people. I don't know if that's actually true. Yo! I have a good feeling I know who this is. Oh wait, dang. I one-framed it into there. Is this a raid from my dude, Big John? Thanks so much for the host, man. Absolutely mind-blowing host. Mind-blowing raid. If you guys don't follow Big John, then you should. Yo. Thanks so much for that, Subarino. Oh, did my alerts die again? You can't trust them with anything. What's up, Drawzar? Well, welcome everybody to the stream. If someone wants to put the command in chat that tells everyone what this nonsense is, feel free. But we are playing a Chinese bootleg of Super Mario World. Well, Samari was made by the same people, so... Well, welcome everybody to the stream. This is the sort of nonsense I'm apparently known for, so... tuck in, family. There we go, we're back in it. Alright, so this level's pretty tough. This level is pretty tough. You know, John, someone's working on a level editor for this game right now. He made a demo ROM of it, of what he could create, and it's looking pretty impressive. Before the year is out, we might be seeing our very first Kaizo Chinese Super Mario World. What a time to be alive indeed. Yeah, I'm just down to see what people make. In general, if someone makes a ROM hack of this, then I'll probably play it. Did Panga make Kaizo? No, he did not make Kaizo. The original Kaizo was made by a Japanese Nico video user, so that he could play it with a friend of his. Just in time for Kaizo Super Mario World. Just make levels with Spikes and Starman. The Starman music in this is pretty strong, without a doubt. No, come on. Alright, I can't decide whether or not I go back for another cape or just reset the run. It's theoretically only about 30 seconds of time lost, so... It's 28 exits total. Well, if you count them the same way that you count in Super Mario World, there's 27 exits, but... there's 28 stages. I got 7.5 hours, but there's a sequence break in there that kind of got the game a little bit mixed up, and I think I could actually do better than that. On another, I mean, obviously I can do better than that, but I think that I could probably bring that down to about 5 hours with some practice. Yeah, I didn't really take the time to properly route it out, so I don't know whether or not I did, or how much content of what I did was unnecessary. But that's going to be my next step. I do think I want to do some runs of it. It won't become a staple for me, but I kind of want to route it out. It's got a lot of really great content that you could speed up if you knew what you were doing. And if you get really good at the golf, a lot of the match play is actually scripted. Like, you already know going into it what or how many strokes your opponent's going to take. So if you know you can beat them, then you can beat them faster, or you can make better plays so that you get the you get to take your stroke before theirs. And if you're not going to beat them, then you know to just basically forfeit the hole. Like, for instance, one of the match plays, your opponent gets a hole-in-one on the first course, and it's like, if you know that they're going to get a hole-in-one, then don't waste your time lining up a stroke trying to get the hole-in-one yourself, because the likelihood of that happening is like 0. So what I'm saying is I think there's a lot of room for it to actually make an interesting speedrun. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll ever get all that short. I was kind of hoping that a blind run was going to come in around 4 hours so that I could basically expect to be able to knock it down to about 2, but it looks like I'll be able to knock... it would be knocked down to about 5, unless there's more... Unless there's more sequence breaks that we just don't know about yet. Like, I'm totally willing to believe there are, but the only sequence break I know of, and someone told it to me when I was streaming, was that you can enter one of the later holes really early, which doesn't really skip a whole lot, because you still have to do a lot of the story to unlock the end of the game. But it does allow you to get a ton of experience that you shouldn't have access to really early on. And that means that you get leveled up and get some money early on in the game, so it's kind of nice. I don't know what noise you're talking about, but I'm now sensitive to your concerns. Oh. Well, if I can manage to keep this run on the board, being 20-something seconds behind, leaving Castle 4 is not that bad, really. I'm getting so much better at this castle. It's like night and day for me. I'm getting so much better at this castle. What's up, Benbright? This is a good looking run. Oh, I'm humble. I'm going into Forest Ghost House. You can't not be humble. Yo, Ty, I was gonna ask you privately, but now you're here and I'm gonna ask you publicly. If I bring my Game Gear with me, when I come to visit, I don't expect you to be able to do anything with it quickly, but if I leave it with you, and then give you money for shipping to ship it back, would you be able to, get it running and maybe make it AV out? I mostly just want to be able to consoleize my Game Gear. I mean, my Game Gear doesn't even work right now, so I assume it needs new caps, but... right now it doesn't even run, but I'd like to be able to AV out it. Get frigged, Cape, I don't even need you. Yeah. The ghosts in the second room screw me over so often that I get that backup cape there, which costs me about 6 seconds, and I ended up not needing it, so... I mean, while on one hand I'm happy to play it safe in order to finish a run, you know, there's always like that little twinge of disappointment when you do something safe and you didn't end up needing to, and so you're like, well, I just wasted that time for nothing. I'm so glad that I discovered that strat. It's so much better. See, in here I could save about 8 seconds just damage boosting through this urchin right here. But I'm not personally willing to gamble a feather on it. Yeah. If it doesn't work and you end up bricking the thing, I'll just pay to have another one shipped to your place. I mean, I'm not really particular about it. Or I'll just call it a loss, but a controller mod would be pretty cool. What Game Gear games do I intend on running? I don't know. None at the moment. But I'd like to have it set up in case I ever do. I'm not saying that you'd brick it, I'm saying that I'm not concerned about it terribly. If it works, great, and if it doesn't, then I'm not going to be like, that was my Game Gear, no. Oh, Ty knows what he's doing. He fixed up Darmian's Game Gear. He's not new to it, I didn't have mine at the time. But yeah, I feel you. Woo! I'm just getting better and better at that. I'm humble, but I'm just saying that I was struggling before and now I'm getting that more consistently. Can't believe he did it. The madman got Pipefly. This is fine as long as I don't lose that other cape. That one felt a little close for comfort, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I saved my cape. That's what's important. Get in the air, idiot. What an absolute maroon! Yo, Smite. Thanks for the mega host, my dude. Just gonna keep it a little bit low here. And then I'll pop up at the end, I think. If you switch between your power-ups, it counts as if you're still running, so you can build up P-speed basically in place. Son of a bitch. This guy's gonna wake up mid phase. It's fine. I'm gonna exercise patience. My hell is over. My hell is over. It's ended. It's ended. I'm finally done. I'm free. I'm free. We finally did it. We can finally stop. We can finally not anymore. Forever. Thanks, Green. Thanks, everyone. Thanks to the two huge hosts during that run, Big John and Smite. Thank you so much. You guys gave me the energy to keep going, despite all the technical issues today. My first PB on a new capture card. You know, you have to break in that capture card somehow. Honestly, these days it can be so hard to break in a new capture card. Well, Bowser's Castle was admittedly really poor. You have to finish off the first phase at the right time so that the cycle of the Mecha Koopa waking up lines up well. So I lost about 20 seconds there. Let's see, Choco Fort, I'm not worried about that 10 seconds. That 10 seconds was basically me losing a cycle on Windy because I wasn't willing to lose the run. So I'm not upset about that. Let's see. 6 seconds on Ghost House. Yeah, there's a slightly faster strat on Ghost House that I could have done. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the other Ghost House. What went wrong in Forest Ghost House? Oh, it's because I picked up the spare cape that I ended up not needing. Forest of Illusion. The 7-second time loss in Forest of Illusion is actually fake. You have to damage boost in that stage in order to get that 7 seconds. And I don't do that. Solid World 4, really solid. Oh, this was one of the runs where I lost my cape in Donut Secret 1, and I went back for a cape. This would have been sub 31 if I hadn't lost my cape there.